Let me paint you a picture. You're walking in a coffee shop and it's early morning. You've already chugged 2 espressos down the door and the line is just starting to create. The machine is screaming, and while you're juggling orders like you're a caffeinated circus act, your favorite friend showed up. No, I'm not talking about your mates. It's the customers. The customer, especially who walks in, looks you dead in the eye and says something so ridiculous that you even wonder if you're on a hidden camera show or you're still asleep. Welcome to my life. A world where coffee is king, logic is sometimes optional, and customers come up with requests that make me question humanity itself. Let's start with the classics. The people who have no idea if they're ordering, but somehow think they do. Hi, can I get a cappuccino? But can you make it without the coffee? Of course, my love. Let me just whip you up a frothy cup of nothing. And then there's the guy who asks for an espresso, but not too strong. So that's similar to ordering a fried chicken without a fry. It's the point. But the best part, these people, they order it with absolute confidence. Like they've cracked the coffee code or they somehow found some secret ingredient and they look at me like I'm the idiot for not understanding them. Or how about this one? Can I get a flat white with an extra foam? And then I ask him, you mean you want a latte? But hey, who am I to ruin your creative genius? It's like they come in, glance at the menu, and then just decide to make stuff up. Yeah, I'll have the mocha frappe, hold the mocha, add a splash of oat milk, and make it a tea eventually. Now, let's move over to the overthinkers. These people who turn a simple coffee order into a 5-paragraph essay just simply amaze me. They tend to do some orders similar to this. Hi, can I get a latte made with almond milk, but could you please stop at exactly 143 degrees and make sure it's not too foamy, but still a little bit foamy, because I just like that idea. Oh, and could you draw a heart on top, but not like a perfect heart, a bit more abstract, if you know what I mean. Ma'am, I'm just trying to survive my shift. I don't have time to channel my inner Picasso and fart out my hands, okay? And there was another guy who wanted an iced Americano. He wanted it extra hot. I looked at him. So do you want an iced drink or do you want heat? Because you can't have both. They don't mix well, But these customers don't want coffee. Somebody mentioned to me that they want an experience. And somehow I'm the one who's expected to deliver it. I don't know. Oh, and let's not forget the woman who asked for her drink to be made with a quarter oat, a quarter soy, and the last cherry on the top was a bit of skinny milk. Lady, you're ordering a coffee, not a chemistry experiment, alright? At this point, I'm half expected someone to come in one day and ask for a cappuccino brewed under a full moon during Mercury retrograde, because that's where we're headed. Astrology is the next thing that we need to add to our cups, and we're done, we're sorted. But the real MVPs are the one who ask you questions that make me question my own reality. Similar to, it's oat milk vegan? No, Susan, it comes from a special type of oat cows. They're adorable. We have one behind the counter and we just milk it every day before we start the show. Or another guy, they ask me, do you guys just sell tea without water? Yeah, of course, mate. It's called dry leaves in a cup. It's very artisanal and it's what we give our goats to eat for lunch, My God, that's it. That's it. I'm sorry. But the worst part is they're serious. These aren't jokes. I'm not making stuff up. These are genuine, straight-faced questions that I'm just standing there trying not to laugh while my soul is slowly leaving my body. One day, I just fully expect somebody to walk in and say, do you have some gluten-free water? Honestly, at this point, I'm not even surprised. I wouldn't even be surprised if somebody had that audacity to come in. I mean, look, I get it. Okay. Coffee shops in general tend to be chaotic. And yeah, sometimes people just have brain farts. I have them, but if there's one thing I've learned throughout my whole career in there, was this. While you work in a coffee shop, you have to be a therapist, a magician, and a comedian, and you have to roll that up into a magic cup, okay? So next time you're about to ask if your iced drink can be made hot, maybe just don't ask. You either have it ice or hot, pick one. If you trust me on this one, your barista has already heard it all. And I wouldn't be surprised if they got a whole book of stories waiting to be written and published. So yeah, if you have any fancy stories, do pop them in the comments. I would love to see people laughing. We could all use one laugh one day, don't you think?